Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in for our instant post-match reaction. Liverpool drop another 2 points. Quite fortunate, really. A lot would agree. And me, obviously, I did go to ground. Disappointing. We'll delve into and analyze obviously every aspect of the result as well. But as you can tell, absolutely fuming, and there's a lot we'll dissect in reality in terms of obviously team selection as well, the performance on the pitch, and really what Liverpool need to do. Obviously we've got Manchester United a week today. It's not going to be an easy game. I know, I know the way they've been playing, but everyone get your comments in the comment section below as well. Hit that subscribe button if you are new on YouTube and you are watching on Facebook. Drop a follow as well. Bloody hell. There's a lot of, we'll dive into it, everyone. But total attitude, so of it as well. We'll speak about obviously the attitude as well. In terms of some of the players, not happy, no striker, no goals, utter shambles. Who's going to be playing up front against Manchester United, chat as well? Got Jota out injured. Firmino, chat. Let me know what's the news on Firmino. I haven't seen Jurgen's press conference after, but he's not playing obviously. But let me know your thoughts. Get them, and obviously we've got no Jota. I think we will see Diaz through the middle, or potentially Salah through the middle, and then Carvalho left wing against Manchester United. But we'll get to that bridge when we come to it. But Alan saying, "Hi Jack, a lot better." Hi Jack, a lot better performance tonight, but another one of them games that we need. That we had so many chances but couldn't score. Should have been 3-0 up before they scored, but in Klopp I trust as well. Yeah, and 100%, Alan. Jurgen needs help. These players, most importantly, need help. You need them. How many times have we sat here over the last couple of years as well? This team has been to the well and back season after season after season. They come off the back of the season, which he did have, and he played the maximum amount of games. And that is why, as we've seen tonight, Alan and chat as well, this is why Liverpool are picking up injuries. Because we've more or less played, a lot of these players have played, and you don't even have to be a data analysis or a scientist in terms of the data science behind it all. It's only a matter of time before Trent does pick up an injury, because when you analyse and look at the amount of games that Trent's played, and a lot of these first team players, you put them 2 and 2 together and you're understanding why Liverpool's players are getting injured. The rotation isn't there for Liverpool, because obviously we've got to play the majority of our players in more or less 100% of our games to stand any chance of winning games of football as well. Attitude as well. You can say what you want. Say what you want. I blame Jurgen Klopp. He is not pushing the owners to make more signings. It is not up to it as well. Who's that? Claddage. Abbreviate on that if you can, please, Shane. But yeah, 100%, mate. And as I said, it's not. And the issue tonight as well, everyone, it's not a case of if Liverpool go out in the market, yes, signings help. But that performance tonight and the performance against Fulham, it's a lot more deep-rooted than the players coming into the football club as well. Like, even Liverpool stopped playing wide. I don't know how it translated on the pitch, but when it was in the ground, the amount of diagonal balls, and we do that so well, Liverpool, don't we? Over the last couple of years, Liverpool's intensity in the wide areas, we usually tend to switch the play, switch a diagonal as well. And you see when Costas come on, Liverpool stretched the game and we were a man down as well. And don't get me wrong, I'll get up to the red card as well, so we start on that. And that absolute dickhead, pardon my French, everyone, but that person that run on the pitch, obviously the TV cameras didn't show it, but in the ground, and it wasn't a Palace fan. It was someone from our stand anyway that ran onto the pitch and stopped the Liverpool attack. Stupid. I need to move out. Look after yourself, Andrew, anyway. I messed you after. Klopp has to look at the squad. Carvalho isn't the one. Liverpool should have bought a Cam and a DM in the summer. And I said this on Connor's show as well, Gary. Liverpool should have got rid of Ox, and it's not Ox's fault for losing this game. The man wasn't even, I don't think he was even in the stadium anyway. But Liverpool had an opportunity prior to Ox getting injured to offload him and potentially bring in someone. Um, it's we're heavily too reliant on certain individuals in this Liverpool squad. When Thiago's not on the pitch, what have Liverpool got in the midfield? And this is not a disservice to Milner. God help him, he's 36. But the fact that we've went into this season with a 36-year-old James Milner, Milner tried his utmost tonight, and he can only do what he can. Milner, Henderson, Ox, Naby, these players know their limitations. You know exactly what you're going to get. And Liverpool, within that first goal that we conceded with, and God help him, Nat, we know. And speaking of limitations, we know you don't even have to be a Liverpool fan to analyse Nat's game in terms of, I understand why he played. And I'm coming out of the ground, I was scratching my head going, why didn't Gomez start the game? But obviously, reading the comments after the game, Gomez and Henderson, as Jurgen said after in his press conference, were touch and go in reality to this game. So if Liverpool, Nat, Palace thrived on Nat's inability to track back. It's not Nat's fault, as we said. Everyone knows Nat's not blessed with a lot of pace, and Crystal Palace, and it won't be just Crystal Palace this season. If Liverpool are forced to be playing Nat Phillips, you know exactly what you're going to get from opposition teams as well. Balls down that left-hand channel, balls in behind Trent, balls in behind Nat Phillips as well. Teams will isolate that left-hand side if Phillips doesn't. And you've seen the marked improvements when Phillips did come off and when Gomez did come on. But it's the fact that we're stupid, man. And we'll get onto the red cards, and I am absolutely fuming. I'm fuming, mate. Absolutely. At the time and in the grounds, I think we had like a shot or something, didn't we? And it happened so quick. I didn't even, I think, I didn't even know we got sent off. I seen a player on the on the ground, and I was like, hang on, what's he doing? Someone just tripped over or something. But then the referee just brandishes a straight red card. And it was a red card after I'd seen the replays. I was like, what are you doing, son? What are you doing? What? I understand he's 23, 24, he's young, but even still, man, just get off the pitch after you've been sent off. Get off the pitch. No moaning about that. Congratulations to Man City on retaining the Premier League title. And plenty of things have happened, mate, but I tell you what, if Liverpool's performances don't pick up in the next couple of weeks, then there could be a lot of question marks anyway. Lots of question marks need to be answered. The team is at bare bones as well, and 100% is, Gary. Liverpool need to strengthen, but we need to get players out the door as well. But no one's going to buy an injured Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and we've got rid of Origi and we got rid of Taki. I know, and everyone will go, and everyone quite rightly says he didn't get a lot of minutes, but there were options off the bench last season. Just options and the way in which we look at our players as well. Players have been there a long time. We need to go and we need to freshen it up. I 100% agree with you there, Shane. And I come out that ground and was like, and as I said at the top of the show, these players need help. How many times can they continue, go and try and get performances? Jurgen Klopp's not a miracle worker. Well, he has been in Liverpool with the budget he's had and the players in which he's improved. Jurgen needs help. The players need help as well. I'm not saying go and buy 5, 6 players. Get 1 or 2 players that are capable of, I'd even say, and I said it after the Fulham game in our post-match we chat as well, the athleticism at Liverpool's midfield is far too slow. With the transition, the second phase, the third phase, the fourth phase, if Alisson's not saving your bacon like he was last season, that defence was getting bypassed a couple of times. It was back end of last year. How many man of the match displays did Alisson get? We all remember them. If Alisson doesn't save you, then yeah, there's so many things, and I could be ranting and raving. But Darwin, what have you done? As Connor's brought up here, Darwin Nunez, what are you doing? Words can't even describe what he's done. He knows himself, and as I said, just get off the pitch. He's petulant, and I get he's frustrated and he was getting frustrated in the game, but that's something you He's let his teammates down. Most importantly, he's let the fans down as well. Jurgen Klopp, you could even see, I don't know if the camera picked up on it, but he was absolutely fuming. He was screaming at Nunez, just get off the pitch. And it took to the point that Milner, as we all see, and I was like, what are you doing, lads? Get off the pitch. There's not more I can say about Nunez. Stupid decision, man. You're just letting your teammates down. And then it's always so difficult when you are down to 10 men. If you're playing Tranmere Rovers or whoever, Man City's prime, it's always going to be difficult when you are down a man, regardless. And given the qualities in which Crystal Palace have got and how well they do stretch teams, Liverpool's when it went a man down, we improved, and that was helped by due to Costas coming on, Henderson coming on, and Joe Gomez as well. Yeah, frustrating, angry, a lot of does me head in, man. Way too much negativity tonight. Sorry, mate. I would jump on just an early for work tomorrow. Nunez is an idiot. Diaz won the goal. Palace should have won it. But if Bobby isn't fit for United as well, yeah. And I can't believe, and I only seen the replay literally before it come on. How's Zaha doesn't score that? I do not know. Happy days, because Liverpool yet again come away from this game fortunate that we got a point. Yet it will be Carvalho, Diaz, and Salah. Doug, I don't know if it's translated to the television cameras, but Carvalho switched onto the left and it was more or less Diaz through the middle, because Diaz, and as I said, Diaz was my man in the match, everyone. Man, that's probably one of the best individual performances I've seen in a very long time at Anfield. The game's been to as well. The man was possessed. He was going for balls on the floor, balls in the air. He tried his absolute utmost best, and he even got better when we went down to 10 men. That's what you want, and especially when you lose a player of the ability of Sadio Mane. Yes, everyone goes, "Oh, he's gone," which he has. But Mane used to step up in the big occasions. Mane didn't always play 100%, but that's what I love about Diaz tonight. He tried his absolute utmost, and that strike, mate, that strike is an absolute joke. That flew in, and he will step up, and hopefully this goal does give him. I think you take one positive, or the two positives are Elliott and Diaz as well. But as I said, that man to my right, they're probably one of the best individual performances I've seen in a very long time for playing for Liverpool. We have too many injury-prone players at the club. 100% there, Shane. Alex, the Ox, Naby Keita, Thiago, Joe Gomez, all injury prone, not acceptable anymore. Yeah. Last couple of years, we've been very fortunate. Imagine if Salah got injured, man. Imagine if Salah got injured. There's no player, I know there's no player in world football that could replace Luis Suarez. He's Mohamed Salah, but was bare bones. Nothing is won in August. True, Doug, but the performances, mate. Fair enough, if you come away from this game playing well, hold your hands up and say, yeah, Palace. As I said, sometimes you do get unlucky with the performances. As Chat already said, I wish I knew the answers. I don't. I'm just a fan like yous. It's up to Jurgen Klopp and the staff to really do something on the training pitch, man. It's frustrating. Thiago can be lost in August, though. Things can be lost in, and it's the thing, and when everyone does talk about it's when you're up against City, they don't give you any margin for error. And the thing is, if City slip up this season, we need to be there. And I wish we all had a crystal ball and we could see, but we've come away from this game very lucky with a point, especially when you're at 10 men. When this team is a joke tonight, lads. 100%, John. Klopp needs to move into the transfer window. John, yeah, he needs to, mate. 100%, mate. And if he doesn't, then I don't know what we're playing at. As I said, Jurgen Klopp and these players need help. But Shane, nice one for that. I feel like that's everyone's comments as well. No Phillips is limited. Can we talk about Trent? he could not defend. Yeah, it's the thing, though, Shane, and it's a question that will need to be getting discussed from a tactical point of view. There's a lot more people that are a lot more better in terms of explaining their point of view in terms of. But the way I look at it, mate, it stems from your midfield. That yes, we know how good Trent is, and yes, you can question Trent's defensive duties, and quite rightly so. But it's the midfield, mate. Like the athleticism, the midfielders, and even the quality as well. Liverpool lose that ball up the other end of the pitch, and then the transition within like what 2-3 seconds, Palace are in. That was like a classic Liverpool goal all those years ago. One touch, two touch, ball in behind of an opposition defence and winning. But fair play to Palace. It was a very well worked goal anyway. The Anfield Lark, it's not a good start. We seem to have collectively got worse. Need a worldy midfielder, 100% there, mate. Someone to get hold of the game, get Bellingham or send pay premium as well. 100% there, the Anfield Lark. Thank you very much, mate, as well. And as I said at the top of the show, everyone, I don't think it's not just a case of one or two players. I think it's from a tactical sense as well. When you analyse the game, something tactically is wrong with Liverpool. I know we've been so successful, but over the last two games, tactically, we've not been good enough. In terms of, yes, you can talk about creating wise. And Harvey Elliott, man, how old's the lad? 19 years old. The man was playing better than certain senior players in that first half. This lad, get this lad on the pitch every single time. And Elliott was attacking down my right. He was closest to me anyway, understand. His in-game, I don't know if the cameras pick up on it, but he's thinking. He's thinking. He's got the mind of a 25-year-old. Like he's been playing for like 10 years of professional football. The lad's 19 years old, but his understanding of the game, and you understand why Pep Linders speaks so glowingly about him. His in-game understanding's ridiculous. And especially from obviously he's 19 defensively as well. I think there's a case of a point of if you're going to play Elliott, you can't play another advanced midfield. If you get me, you've got to play either Elliott alongside Fabinho and Henderson, or well, I'd say but yeah, it would be ideally your main three would be Elliott, Fabinho, and then Thiago when he's fit. But at the minute, we haven't got him fit, and it's mad. But yeah, we need to do something. I'll be very surprised, and I think all of us will be very surprised if Liverpool don't sign a midfielder. I'm not even a case of just another midfielder. We need another attacker as well, if possible. I know we've got injuries, but such a bad start, 100% there's who key it is, mate. I'm lost for words, and it's very... I don't even know what to say. No, it's a post-match, mate, but but he has an absolute quality. He's absolutely quality, mate. And I said, can we speak about the referee as well, mates? Like everyone, not about the performance. Liverpool weren't good enough, but it was the referee. I don't know. It was the bald one. Is it? Let's get it off the referee. Who was it? Chat. Let me know who the referee was. I know his face, but in the stadium, referee. Chat, let me know who the referee was. He was an absolute disgrace as well. The absolute gaiter in the Crystal Palace goal, whoever was in goal for Palace, literally took about half an hour out of that game. And I get every goalkeeper does that to not just Anfield, but when every opposition goalie goes, and Liverpool probably have done it, and we have done. It's all part of the mind games, really. But when you the referee was taking absolute piss tonight, like and it was a red card. I'm not saying about the red card. It was a blatant red card. But what I'm talking about is time wasting. Do you know when you're watching a game of football and you're like, the referee's not got control of this at all, one bit? The standard of officiating, not just in this game tonight, but all over the Premier League. In England, we pride, not just Liverpool fans, but as football fans in England, we pride ourselves of having the best spectacle and the best league on the planet. But we've got the worst referees in the whole of Europe, mate. Like, the stuff he was doing tonight, man, like, it's ridiculous. The amount of time, like, literally Gaita, whatever his fucking name was in goal for Palace, literally spent about half an hour with that ball, and the referee only then decides to give the yellow card to the goalkeeper in what, the 85th, 90th minute, or whenever it was. It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, bloody quality, man. Yeah, man. Diaz showing his heart and desire. That's what you want to see. Love the man. Yeah, classic South American spirit, and he will eventually start banging in the goals. Obviously, his first Premier League goal of the season, really, and I think this will hopefully just goes on to greater heights this year. Hopefully, that gives him a bit more confidence in front to go. And it would have been Diaz last week as well when he drove cannon the crossbar. We all remember that shot as well. So it's annoying. Simicus needs to be a conversation to start something off with Robbo, and that's a great point. I mentioned it to you, Connor. If I don't see Costas playing against Manchester United, what's Costas got to do, chat? It's not a case of, yeah, Robbo. It wasn't just Robbo's performance tonight. It was the whole team, not the whole team, but certain players as well. Robbo needs to start against Man United. I'd be very frustrated if he's not playing. But and even when you've seen a slight improvement, especially down that left-hand channel for Liverpool, Costas was bombing on, and that was with a man less as well. God out, we actually started Costas with 10 men on the pitch. I think Fabinho is very, very slow today. Kept going back. Something was up with him as well. Hopefully he's all right, mate. As we said, we're just fans. We don't know everything behind closed doors, but yeah, it's just something on the whole team, mates, tactically as well. And I will be doing a show with obviously Jerry and the lads as well. That'll be out on tomorrow at 7 p.m. I get a couple more on. We'll deep dive into it from a tactical sense as well. But main thing I want to not rant, but just talk about Nunez. Absolute joke when he made that decision anyway. Just get to what you comment about before you cut off. I hope this is not a sign of things to come. We've already had one Uruguayan head case at the club. We don't need any more. 100% Shane. It's 3 games he's missing now. And he will be back for the Everton game, but Christ almighty, if he actually got another another sending off. For me, this is all falls on FSG's door. As a club, we have outgrown them. We can't take us to that next level. For me, it's not a case of just FSG though, mate. It's a case of how much has Jurgen Klopp got to do every single season to get within touching distance. Jurgen needs help, and these players need help as well, mate. It's you look at, is it Forest? Forest just coming to the Premier League and they're spending willy-nilly. And is it Wolves chats? I've just literally just jumped on the post-match and I've literally not looked on social media because I don't know. After coming in from the game. Apparently Nunez is going to Wolves for 40, 50 million. I was speaking to Connor there as well. But Liverpool need to do something, especially if these injuries keep on cropping up. This season will be an absolute joke. This season could run away with us in the next couple of weeks if we don't book up our trends anyway. Yes, you can talk about injuries, but you've got to focus on the here and now. Liverpool need to seriously do something. Might as well have no ref anyway. Yeah, 100%. Dazuki, I know. Tierney, thank you very much, John. What a fucking knob he is. Paul Tierney. All of them, an absolute joke anyway. And that's not me taking away from the game anyway. Liverpool weren't good enough, and we all know that tonight. But he's got it in for us, him. And obviously the performance that you see against Spurs as well. Spurs Chelsea game, Christ. The referees are so poor this season. Costas was poor tonight. Did really, Shane? I must have been watching different Costas when he come on, mate. Literally, he was playing. Was poor tonight. He didn't think he was like Costas was poor tonight. Did we think he had Peter Crouch at the club with some of his crossing? It's difficult, Shane. Anyway, mate. But even if he was, would a man down, Shane? What do we expect him to do? Like, there was no Nunez. I get what you're saying, but at least the lad was trying. He could have easily got that ball, and obviously, clearly, the cameras didn't pick up on Sky or whatnot. Anyway, Costas, when he come on, he stretched the whole game 100%. He's completely stretched the game, changed the game. The three subs changed the game, and we made Palace that second half when we made those changes, looking like we were playing with 10 men. But for me, Costas needs to start. 100% Costas needs to start next week. Ivan Toney and Ruben Neves. Nice one for that, Russell. Yeah, I'd love them, mate. Absolutely love them both. Costas for me played well when he come on. Yeah, as I said, Shane, I respect your opinion, mate, but as I said, I must have been watching a different game when I was in the stadium because I felt Costas done his best, really. And it's always difficult when you are playing against 10 men in the Premier League, regardless if you're playing City or Fulham or whoever. It's so difficult. Also, it was the woman shouting all game on the TV. I was bare loud. It wasn't me, Russell. I know I could be loud at the games as well, but it wasn't me, right? I think we need to play a 4-4-1. One, would you say, more often? We look brilliant after the switch as well. Scouser, yeah, 100%, mates. As I said, I'll probably have to watch this game back anyway. But as I said, the first 45, as don't know how it translated on the telly, but the first 45 minutes, when Liverpool were going down the left or going down the right as well, it looked like Salah, Harvey, all our attacking players were making the exact run on every single occasion. There was no one, apart from Elliott potentially, and obviously Milner on the slight occasion, there was no one that was willing to get the ball and try and beat a man, apart from Diaz as well. But as I said, I wish I knew everything in terms of tactically. I don't. I'm just a fan. I'm just hoping this week we just get it sorted. We honestly need to get it sorted. We need to go out in the market. Need to, most importantly, offload a couple of players in this squad as well. And what is it? With a Mohamed Salah injury away from this being a crisis, when is it going to be a crisis? Because I think I seen a little segment of Jurgen Klopp's interview, and it is a crisis at the minute. But well, we're 2 games into the season, and already we're heavily reliant on certain players. You look at City's quality, and I know it's difficult, and Liverpool, the money City have spent, but you look at the quality they've got coming off the bench. It's ridiculous, mate. It's absolutely ridiculous. Liverpool need to do something in the window, need to do something, most importantly, on the training ground. Get this sorted and get your act together, lads, anyway. That's all I need to say. We should have killed that game off in the first 25, 35 minutes. And I'll bring that to the point of Alan's comments at the top of the show. 100% there. Jonathan Gorvins can agree. Yeah, a lot better performance tonight, but as to start off and to end the show, everyone, as Alan said. And I'll bring that back to what John said as well. But that was the story of our season last year. How many games did we dominate and just really blew that? Small margins, and that's how football is. That's why we love it, and that's why we hate it as well in certain moments. But yeah, I'm going to get me started on that dickhead that ran on the pitch tonight. No. Liverpool are on an attack. I don't know, obviously, television cameras can't pick it up because obviously streakers and that, but it wasn't a Palace fan. Let's put it out there anyway. It was either don't mean it was an Everton fan, but clearly wasn't a Liverpool fan. It was just some fella that had a ticket in our end. I think it was in the Kenny stand anyway, and he ran on. Literally at that exact moment that happened, Liverpool's momentum was tip-top form. As soon as he comes on the pitch, stops the attack, and you're like, what are you doing, mate? I'm going to bed to check G myself. But thank you very much, Shane, anyway. I really do appreciate you dropping in, mate. As I said, the Reds will be back to winning ways, hopefully a lot more quicker than we're expecting. And but yeah, really do appreciate you dropping in, mate. Klopp wanted to kill, 100%, mate. And chat, I'll leave it there. Most importantly, thank you to every single one of you for tuning in. I wish I knew the answers, but I don't. It's up to Jurgen Klopp and Pep and the lads to do something in the transfer market as well. We need to bring in 1 or 2 fresh faces. These lads need help. So only certain times within a season. Last 3-4 seasons, Liverpool have continued. Jurgen Klopp, we know he's a miracle worker, but my man needs help. He needs better quality of players into the club. But if it doesn't, then as Chat said, this league title could. And I know everyone goes, "Oh, league, we're only 2 games in," but we've lost league titles over the last couple of years by a point or two. So time will tell. And you never know. City could get injury hit in the next couple of weeks or months. You never know. That's football, eh? But thank you to most importantly to every single one of you. As I said, I would have done a vlog, but I've recorded some footage, but I'm not going to put the vlog up. Fucking draw against Palace, the way we played as well. So apologies, chat. That vlog won't be coming out anyway. So that'll be like Star Wars deleted content that will never see the light of day anyway. So it's alright, didn't miss much anyway. Brilliant show, mate. But most importantly, thank you to every single one of you, everyone. The Reds will be back to winning ways, everyone. As I said, try and be a bit positive, but Liverpool need to do something in the business and transfer market. These lads need a massive kick off the backside. And most importantly, Jurgen Klopp, he's like us. He'll be emotionally disappointed. And a lot of those players as well. We need to get behind all of them. And as I said, we can question the players' performances, but it doesn't help when you've got 10 men on the pitch. Nunez, give it as a wobble, son. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your night. I'll be back live tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you don't get your notification, just check up on the channel on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. But everyone, look after yourselves. And the Reds, as I said, got Man United. Make us all feel better. We can get 3 points against them. You're hoping. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your night, and thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on the post, on your thoughts on the game, your man in the matches. If you could pick one, yeah, if you had to pick one, it'd be 100% Diaz. As I said, probably one of the best performances from a Liverpool player I've seen in a very long time at Anfield. But Diaz was playing like a man possessed tonight, and that's probably the one positive you can take away. And obviously Harvey Elliott as well. But Reds, see you tomorrow at 7. You never walk alone, and